Isn't it crazy that Ramadan is already halfway through? We're already at the 18th day of Ramadan. For those of you who are participating in this month through fasting or just spiritually, I hope you're reaping the benefits. So I was talking with a lovely lady who will be reaping, of course, the spiritual benefits of Ramadan, but she won't be fasting due to health reasons the way we do, dry fasting from sunrise to sunset. So we were talking about other ways that she could benefit from Ramadan in a very physical way. And one of the things that came up was to limit hyper-palatable foods. So hyper-palatable foods are foods that are basically engineered to be addictive. They are engineered to heighten our reward centers and make us crave more and more and more and feel unsatiated. You may know this, like if you dig into a bag of Doritos and you can just keep going and going until you feel sick. So these aren't necessarily foods, they're products, and they are in the best interests of the suppliers so that we could keep eating them, but they are making people sick, and they are making they're warping our palates so that we are no longer sensitive to real foods, to the real taste of a bell pepper and strawberries and spinach and things like that. So usually they'll have a perfect ratio of fat, salt, and sugar, just like the right like bingo point to make us want more and to make the substance taste really good. They'll also add things like artificial flavors, trans fats, of course, and all of these additives that make these foods so appealing. So I've covered a lot of the benefits of fasting. We know that it's good for the brain, good for immunity, good for our heart health, helps to increase insulin sensitivity, increases our fat adaptation, and all of these things. But another awesome benefit is that fasting helps to resensitize our palate, make our taste buds more sensitive to normal foods because we go for a long period of time without eating. But the only way to truly accomplish this and to recover from food addiction and addiction to these products is to break our fast on things that aren't hyper-palatable and that are naturally sweet, naturally salty, naturally flavored from just what the food is. So chefs will pride themselves on getting the freshest ingredients, and that makes their food taste better because whole, real food has natural tastes. But if we're used to adding so many condiments and eating a lot of these junk foods, then suddenly these normal foods don't taste. So one of the goals with Ramadan in terms of like eating healthy and doing this whole reset for the body is to really stay away from some of these engineered hyper-palatable foods and kind of go back to the basics of eating more simply and enjoying whole, real, fresh foods, and even foods that are cooked and everything and seasoned with natural spices and things like that, not necessarily warped in a way that doesn't really serve us and that really fills us with empty calories, sends the wrong signals to our brain, is rewiring our brain in a way to want the wrong things and cause a cascade of issues down the line. And enjoy bland flavors from time to time because eventually your palate will become sensitive again to these natural whole foods and natural recipes and things that you make for yourself and that aren't engineered or concocted in a lab. So I hope this was a helpful reminder. It's a reminder for myself first and foremost. I'm not immune to all of this. I mean, I grew up with the ice cream truck, ice cream man, and the candy machine right around the corner. The marketing of these things for kids is just crazy. I mean, from like the colors to all of the appeal that goes into these things, and I know parents feel that pressure. So let's just give ourselves that opportunity to just reset and get our taste buds used to simpler things. And this will definitely help to reduce overeating, eating excessively. So yeah. Some thoughts for the day. Hope this helps, whether you're fasting or not. If you're fasting, let's be more cognizant on what we're breaking our fast with, and enjoy those other things, but like very seldom, you know, invitations and things like that. Let's just keep our diet clean and whole and real and true to the natural tastes of foods. Let's not deprive ourselves of that, keeping things just more simple, and then from time to time enjoy things as they come. But you'll most definitely find that as you reduce or even eliminate processed hyper-palatable foods, that suddenly they won't be as appealing anymore. They'll taste too harsh, they'll taste too strong. But if we do go back down that path and start to eat these things more and more and more, then our brains will be very quick to adapt and crave these foods. These food scientists are very smart. So yeah, moderation, whatever that means, because when it comes to a topic like this, sometimes complete elimination is important, but you can have things here and there just when you start to notice yourself going down that slippery slope of overindulgence. And you know that our, taste buds and brain chemistry can be altered by these things. As soon as you notice that, oh, I'm starting to crave these things more, then just eliminate completely. And we're always in a constant state of like reset and recalculate. So be kind to yourself, but it's sometimes empowering to know that some of these I guess neurological underpinnings can cause us to overeat and do these things that affect us. So back to the lovely lady that I was speaking with. This has been working really beautifully for her. She's, dropping some excess weight and just feeling really good overall just from this small tweak in her. Enjoying simple foods. She was telling me, I actually love cauliflower and broccoli without much seasoning, and this wasn't the case, just a couple months ago. So we can reset. We just have to give our bodies that break and that time to recalibrate. So I hope this was inspiring and helpful. I love these just little simple tips and putting things in perspective.